Hi everyone, my name is Moni,
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
and today we're playing through a tiny box game called For the Emperor.
Yes, this game is designed by Whitney Loraine and published by Allplay, who are helping sponsor this playthrough. Now, in this game, players are taking on the roles of the heads of various armies who are trying to battle it out, outwit each other, play cards to the right battlefields so that we can claim victory.
That's right, this is a card-driven, two-player only dueling game in which players try to outmaneuver each other by taking control of 7 battlefields. And so this game is actually a part of a tiny box line of games by Allplay that are all very quick to learn, very quick to play, and usually feature a main mechanic of sorts. And they're also all illustrated by Saibepu. And so today, as per usual, we are going to start with a very quick teach of the game, and we'll go straight to our 2-player playthrough.
Yes, and lastly, if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing.
And with that, we are ready to begin. So, if it please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for our 2-player only game of For the Emperor. Welcome to the battlefield.
7.
Now, like we were mentioning, in this game, players play as the leads of 2 different clans. There's the Turtle Clan
We got the cranes
and
over
the
here.
Crane Clan. And
Yep.
these are the clans that we're going to be playing today. And each clan has a hand of 9 cards. Each card is numbered 1 through 9. This is the strength of the card. And they all typically also have some kind of ability, either an ability that comes into play when played, or sometimes it's an ongoing ability, or sometimes it's a game end ability. And so the way that the game works is players will both start by shuffling their deck of cards and drawing a hand of 3. So you'll typically have a hand of 3 to choose from. And then, starting with the Crane Clan, players will be taking turns playing 1 card from their hand to their side of one of these 7 battlefields.
Yes, so maybe because I'm going to be the crane player, I'll be playing above the board. I will play a card to this battlefield. I'm going to play the number 2 here. Now, this one has a when played effect, so then you would resolve that effect.
Yes, and this is just an example. Naveen would then draw a card from his deck, and then it would be my turn to play. And the overall goal here is for us to have control over a majority of the battlefields by the end of the game. And in order to win control, you have to have the most total strength on your side of a specific battlefield card.
Yeah, so as of right now, on this battlefield, the number 2 battlefield, I'm showing a strength of 2.
Right. However, each battlefield has a maximum number of cards that can be played to them, and we, as players, dictate that. And so the way that that works is every time you play a card, you'll always check to see if one of these banners gets placed on the battlefield, thereby limiting the number of cards that can be played there for the rest of the game. And so the way that that works is, let's just say the table looks like this, with 3 different battlefields having a total of 3 cards each. After playing a card and resolving its effects, which we have been ignoring here, if the total number of cards at a battlefield now equals the highest numbered available banner, then we are going to place it. And so the highest value banner is a 4, which means no more cards can be played to this battlefield. Then you'll actually continue assigning the banners this way as long as there are unassigned battlefields that have an equal number equal to the banner, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so this first battlefield that we introduced, battlefield number 2, has 1, 2, 3 cards, so this banner would be assigned here.
Yes.
And just like this battlefield number 6 over here, also has 3 cards.
So that would be assigned, and now all 3 of these battlefields are locked in. It's important to keep in mind, though, that even though these 2 battlefields already had 3, you don't actually assign the banners until the banner number 4 gets assigned first, which means before I had played this card, any of these battlefields could have been assigned that banner number 4.
And this technically could continue to cascade if we had another battlefield that was eligible for a 2 banner. Let's say I had 1 card here, Monique had 1 here, then the 2 would get assigned. Exactly.
Exactly. And finally, if there are exactly 2 battlefields with 0 or 1 cards assigned to them, then these 2 would get placed. So that is sort of how we dictate which battlefields are going to be at their maximum. So it's going to be all dependent on how we play our cards.
Now, these banners are not point values. These are just a way to designate how many cards are actually allowed in that battlefield.
Right. And also take into consideration that we have not gone over any of the powers, so we'll be going over them as we play the game.
Yeah.
But once each player has only 1 card left in their hand, which means you've played out 8 cards, then the game ends at the end of that turn. And we'll go into final scoring by seeing who won each battlefield. And in order to win it, you have to have outright the greatest total strength on your side of the battlefield. In the case of a tie, then nobody wins it. And once we've resolved all 7, whoever has won a majority of the battlefields wins. But in the case of a tie, whatever card you have left over in your hand is the tiebreaker card.
I have a 5. What do you
I have a 1, so
would
you
be
would have
me.
won in that case. All right, and otherwise we are ready to begin. So again, Naveen is the Crane clan,
Crane
which
army.
means you'll be going first.
Yes, me.
So we're going to go ahead and shuffle our decks, and again, we're going to deal a hand of 3 cards.
All right, and again, I am going to be playing above, and Monique will be playing below.
Yes.
All right, I like this move in the teach, so I'm going to do it now. So it's going to be playing the number 2 card to a battlefield, and this
Okay.
one does have a when played effect. It says place a plus banner token on another battlefield at game end, gain strength on its battlefield equal to the banner there.
Interesting. You're doing this so early.
This is early. That's okay. But I'm going to put this one here. And so now I have to place this on any one of the other ones. And so
Yes.
let's say this area here
Yeah.
gets the 4 banner, then whatever my math is over here is going to get the +4.
Yes, that's right. It's plus whatever strength of the banner. So we're going to try to make sure that this is a 1 or something.
That's what Monique is going to try to do.
That's my
yes,
goal.
Yeah.
So,
So that
okay.
is it for that. And then I'm going to draw back up to 3.
And keep in mind that there are no adjacent rules or anything like that to winning. You can literally play to any battlefield as you're starting.
I basically did this because I didn't want to move those tokens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then back to me. And since it's early, I'm going to play my valued 1 card, which is the Empress. And this card has an ability at the game's end that says you double the strength of your other warriors that are on the same battlefield.
Very good.
So I'm going to go ahead. And play it here.
Yeah.
All right.
That's very fair. So
Back
that
to
means
you.
you want to stack up. Well, I guess it depends on what my math is going to end up being over
Yeah.
here. But so
don't wanna
if,
waste
if
it.
you play a 6 here now,
Yeah.
then that strength is really 12.
12, yes.
Plus the 1, so 13.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play my 4 Ronin, and this one's kind of nice. This has a when played effect. It says if no other battlefield has 3+ warriors, place a 3 or 4 banner on this battlefield.
Oh,
So I'm going to go ahead and put it here, and now it's my choice to put a 3 or a 4. I'm going to put the 4.
interesting.
So now my strength, as of right now,
Yeah.
is 4. Plus, because I have this card,
Yeah.
it's going to be an extra 4 over here. So right now I'm showing 8.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw up.
I will say there is a card in the game that lets you move these ability tokens.
Yes.
So this ability token is not safe there.
It's going to probably happen, but it's going to... Yeah, technically there are cards that can move it.
All right, well, it's back to me, and I'm going to play the 1 card that has no ability. This is the Samurai.
Strong.
It's the strongest card in your hand. It's value 9. So I might
Nice.
as well play it there since this is going to be a 4 banner.
Actually, go
Now,
ahead.
one thing that we didn't mention is there is a maximum 3 rule because, of course, every battlefield has to be assigned these banners. So these are going to be the values of all of the banners. And this means that only a maximum of 3 battlefields can have 3 or more cards played to them. So even though there are only 2 cards here,
Yep.
you can't have a 4th battlefield with 3 or more cards. We basically have to take that into consideration
Yeah.
when counting out all
Because
of
the banners at the
battlefields.
end of the game have to be true.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so now it goes back to you.
Yeah, well, I was going to play this card, but then you played the 9.
Okay.
But I'm going to play it anyway. This one, it's a 7.
Okay.
It's ongoing. Your opponent can't play warriors with 8 or 9 strength on this battlefield.
No
Now,
problem.
Fortunately, you've already played your 9. Well, I don't like this double over here.
Okay.
I don't like what's going on over here. So I'm going to put the 7. So you cannot play your 8 here.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. You like had no
No
plans
problem. All right, so then it is back to me, and I cannot play an 8 or a 9 on that battlefield, but any card I do play will close off the battlefield
to do that. And it'll
because
be doubled.
the highest valued banner right now is a 3.
So you got to
And
play a
it's at
4 or
2.
higher?
I have to play a 4 or higher.
Because a 3 would make it tie, right? 3 times 2 plus 1 would be 7.
That's true.
Yeah.
I am limited to the cards in my hand,
Yeah.
but I will play my 5. It's kind of an unfortunate timing because this has a good when played ability,
Okay.
which says you may return one of your warriors from this battlefield to hand. And if you do, play a different warrior here.
So you better have the right combo.
I know. I think I will not. I think I'm just going to leave the 1 here.
Okay, that's fine.
So you have
That's good.
to.
You won that battlefield.
Yes. So this is going to be mine for now.
Okay.
And this automatically gets assigned because there are now 3 total cards there. All right. And still, no other battlefields will get assigned a banner. But there's only one last
3.
battlefield that can have a 3.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. All right, it's back to you.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play this 8.
Okay.
This one just has an end game trigger. It says if this battlefield has a 1 banner, you may use this warrior on as your tiebreaker, basically.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think I'm really trying to play for a tie. I'm trying to like just win a battlefield. So I'm just gonna put this here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
As your tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So
if I had
of the
like
leftover,
if I had like a 3 in my hand at
Yeah.
the end, it would actually be an 8.
I
But that's
see.
only on tiebreaker. Like
and that's only if this has a 1 banner. Like if
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
play anything to it.
I just need to get that guy out there.
All right, so it's back to me, and I'm going to play my 4. This is my Ronin card that says, when played, if no other battlefield has 3 or more warriors, place a 3 or 4 banner on this battlefield.
yeah.
This is not going to come into play. This is something that you sort of play early. And the reason why is because we have at least one battlefield that
Yep.
has 3 or more warriors.
Yep.
But I'm going to go ahead and play it here.
Okay.
So it's still a 4 to your 2.
So we have a 2, but the 3 banner is blocking it.
Yes. Now it goes to you.
All right, I'll play this now. I have the 1, the Empress. Game end, double the strength of your other warriors on this battlefield. So if I play this here,
Yeah.
then that'll make it so that it's 2 times 2, so that's 4.
yeah.
Plus 1 is 5 to your 4. I like that.
So you're definitely taking it.
I like
so you're
that.
definitely playing it there?
Yeah.
Okay, so now there are 3 cards in this battlefield.
Perfect.
We assign the 3 banner.
That's good.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and play my value 7. So this is the same ability as Naveen's other card here
Yep.
that says your opponent cannot play warriors with 8 or 9 strength on this battlefield.
Okay.
So it's really just the 9 strength. And I'm just going to play it here.
Yeah, it's good.
Just try to have my own battlefield to block. All right, back to you. We are down to our last 4 cards, right?
Yeah, that's a good card right there.
And
Dang.
1 card does not get played. So keep
That is
in
a
mind.
very good card because
Thank you.
my 8's in play.
Yeah.
My 9 cannot go here.
Correct.
And there's only banners 2s and 1s left. So the next card that gets played here
Yeah.
it becomes the 2 banner.
It's a
over there.
waste. What a waste.
It is a waste.
Waste of a 9. All right.
All right. Well, if that's the case, I'm just going to put the 9 here
Oh, interesting.
and kind of create that same problem for you.
Okay.
And so now I have all of the cards in my deck in my hand at this
Mm-hmm.
point. I have 3 cards left, and I will play 2 of these 3.
And I technically know which cards they are because you can card count. Everybody has a 1 through 9.
4, 5.
It's
Where's
a 3, 5, and a 6,
3,
basically,
5,
is what's in
6.
Naveen's hand. So which one is he going to hold back?
And we have a little nifty cheat sheet here that
Yeah.
tells you all the different abilities
Right.
on these cards if you need to know.
All right, well, we might as well close out a battlefield. I'm going to play my 3, which hasn't been played yet.
Okay.
And this is a when played ability. It says place my +1 token on another battlefield. It adds 1 to your strength there. So I'm going to place it here.
Strong.
I'm going to find one of my +1 tokens.
All right.
And let's go. I know Naveen still has one of these.
I do.
So he's going to try to cancel out whatever I do. I'm basically losing my 1 here. So if I place a +1, it's going to bring us to a tie, which nobody would win, but it at least forces Naveen
To use my 3 there.
use that 3, period, and cancel that
Yeah,
out.
it
So it kind of
stinks.
pushes
does.
his hand there. All right. So this battlefield here now has 2 cards. So we're going to place the 2 banner. And anything goes still for these 3. Because again, if there are exactly 2 battlefields with 0 or 1 card assigned, then these 2 get assigned. But right now, all 3 are in that camp. So back to you, Naveen.
Yeah, that's good.
What are you going to do?
All right. So I could make this true by getting this to be a 1.
Okay.
So I'll play my 3, exactly what you did.
Yeah.
So this is that whole when played, put the +1 just like Monique did.
Yeah.
And I'll play it here.
Oh.
So now my total math here is
I
12.
see.
I don't think you can do anything about that. So I'm going to place this out.
Okay.
Make sure I get this 1 right back because I don't want to deal with it. And then we have 2 here. And now that's going to do the cascading. So we have exactly 2 that has 0 or 1
Yeah.
in their battlefield. So they're going to be assigned.
Yes, and now all of the banners have been assigned. These are the exact cards that must be at these battlefields at the end of the game, which is perfect because I've been holding on to this card since the beginning of the game. This is my value 6. When played, you may move any ability token from this battlefield to another battlefield. So our friendly 4 here, which has had capacity for cards since the very beginning,
Yes.
I'm going to play there, and I'm going to
Okay.
move Naveen's card from here, token,
Uh-huh.
to this battlefield.
Oh, how lovely.
So it's not going to do anything for you because you can't even play. I know you still have a 6 in your hand, and you cannot play it to this battlefield because there's a 1.
It's so true.
So, all right, back to you for your final.
This is final turn.
This is it. This final turn.
This is it.
You have choice between 2 cards. So
Well,
simple
let me
decision.
card count you. 1.
Yeah.
I don't see a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. You have an 8?
Yeah.
So you're just going to put an 8 here? Oh, no. What does that do? So, okay, if you put an 8, well, if I put it here,
Yeah.
then you can't play.
It's true.
I'll put the 6 here. I'll put a 6 right there. Boom.
Boom.
When played, you may move the ability. There's no ability token to move.
Okay.
That's it. It's the one that you just played. So Monique, I know she has a 2 and an 8. She can only play here, which she's already winning. Perfect.
But wait, Naveen, you did not take into consideration the cards that I had left.
I mean, what am I going to do?
I have a 2.
What does it say again?
When played, place my plus banner token on another battlefield. And at game
No.
end, gain strength on its battlefield
I forgot.
equal to the banner there. So I have to play this here.
You
right?
have to play it there.
I have
yeah.
to play it here because it's the only battlefield that has space.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go ahead and assign this here
No.
because you are winning this
I
by a
was.
very close margin.
No.
So that is it. The game is over. We only have one card in our hands left.
Yeah.
So this is going to be our tiebreaker if it comes down to it. So let's go ahead and start from left to right, shall we?
Okay. So I've won this one.
Yeah, 6-0.
This was bad for
Why
me.
don't you just take the banner? How about
Okay,
that?
Sure.
Okay.
One for me.
So-
One for me on my side.
Oh, one for you on your side. Okay, so the total here, there's a lot going on on this battlefield.
Yeah.
But basically, I have a strength of 4.
Plus 1.
Plus 1 is 5. Plus the banner
Man.
is 8.
8.
Naveen has 2 times 2 because, again, the 1 doubled its strength. So 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6.
Six.
So
That
he
was a
would have
big-
had it if it hadn't been for this move here.
Well played.
And this goes to
Dang
me.
it.
This one
Yeah, you
will
got that
definitely
one.
just go to
straight
me.
up got that one. Yeah.
So there's a lot of math here, but just trust us, it works out. Over here, we have
You have the double on the 5.
10 because it's my double, so 11 to 7.
Man.
Here, you're uncontested.
Uncontested.
You have your little banner token
You did
there,
that.
so-
I didn't do that.
I am uncontested here,
That makes it 4.
and Naveen is uncontested.
Dang
there.
it.
This is not assigned, by the way. So
I had a 5 in my hand at the
I
end for the tie.
had an 8, so I left this in my hand.
But I did have tiebreaker 8 technically. So it would have been
I
8
guess
8.
it would have been 8. Yeah, there would have been no true tiebreaker there.
Dang it.
But that is the end of the game.
Nice.
I win because I won 4
4.
banners to Naveen's.
I thought I had it. I forgot the 2 ability.
That was a very it was a
good.
very dramatic, it was a very eventful tiny box play there.
Yeah, dang it.
But there you go. You could always reset it, switch sides, play again. But in the case of a tie, again, it's whatever card you have left over is a tiebreaker. And if there's still a tie, then players just share the victory.
Yeah.
But hopefully that doesn't happen.
We've never run into
because
that.
this is a dueling of the clans. You
Dueling.
want there to be a winner.
The Turtles, slow and steady. You won. Very good. Nice. Well, there you have it. That is for the Emperor. Now, again, this is part of a line of games, small box games from Allplay. So if you have any questions about anything you saw in this game, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. We'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.